Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and today's video is actually going to be something a little different than what I normally post because I have no other content. I'm waiting for some packages and stuff to arrive, so figured I would do this video instead amongst another video that I have, idea that I have. So yeah, to preface this, I'm going to move the tape in the way. I have been trading for about 3 years, ever since pandemic started, or like the year of the pandemic, and then but I've been buying and such before that. So today I'm going to show you how I sort of package up a trade, kind of go forward with that process. Not saying this is the end all be all way to package a trade, but again, it's going to be whatever it is. So I'm going to get started. So I have a couple of items in front of me and stuff that is not visible at the moment, but kind of the general consensus that you'll need. So I'm gonna move a lot of this stuff out of the way and kind of show you what each item is. Alright, so this used to be my random groups binder, but now it's holding as my trade binder because my old trade binder was very small, didn't hold a lot. So this is my trade binder, so you'll see everything that I have for trade and sale is in here. Just a quick sneak peek. So I'm going to be using this, for example, this card that I have up for trade. Okay, so that binder I think I got from Staples a long time ago. Staples is a office supply store in the US, if you're not from the US. So we're going to kind of go into how I would package this photo card and or send off a trade. So I have a little bag of supplies here. Again, this is from Staples from like a million years ago, from back when I was in school. So it's got a bunch of markers, pens, Post-its. I keep washi in here actually, which we'll get into washi in a second. But first I want to grab my scissors, my sleeves, and then probably a pen. And then I'll grab whatever else I need later. So, I'm gonna grab washi. Alright, so this is sort of how I do it. Doesn't mean that it is the one way to do it. So I use these Ultra Pro card sleeves to send off my trades. I don't like them personally, but I have 300 of them, so I kind of need to use them. So I use these. I got them from Amazon. I've had them for a long ass time, so I'm still working through them. Normally I used to use the regular Ultra Pro sleeves that I used to use. So basically what I would do, I like to line up the photo card to the top, sort of like I do with my sleeves in my binder, because I feel like it tends to stay a little bit more. The thing about these sleeves though is they slide, so you have to be super careful with them. So with this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a piece of washi tape and close the sleeve, because I have a personal fear of the card sliding out of the top loader and then getting damaged. So I like to ensure that everything is packaged safely and neatly, well, as neatly as I can get it. So you'll see that it's basically closed along the line where like the photo card starts and ends at the bottom. I tend to either use this amount of tape or like even smaller amount just to make sure that it's okay. So next we're gonna take a piece of washi tape. I just am using this one right here. I get all of my washi tape from Amazon, so if you have a certain question about where I get my washi tape, like I'll provide you the links, because I've had people tell me that I get like really pretty washi tape and I'm like, it's from Amazon. So what we're gonna do is make a little tab. I'm not the best at making these at all whatsoever. It takes a lot of focus for me to actually make it correctly. But basically you're going to want to stick it on either side of the sleeve, and then make sure it kind of lines up, and then I just kind of smush it. That was actually a pretty good one, not gonna lie, but it turns into this, and then that way you can pull it out of the top loader when need be. So here is what that looks like. And then now we can move on to top loaders. So I brought over way too many top loaders, but I just use the standard Ultra Pro or BCW ones. I think these are BCW because they were cheaper and they had more in the package. So yeah, so we're just gonna slide that in. I have a tendency of being a little over the top with this because the washi tape tends to fold back sometimes. So I just want to make sure it's properly in there. So it's in there like this. So normally I'm not going to leave it like this, obviously. What I'm going to do is actually close the top. So let's close the top. My scissors are disgusting. I know. I need to get a new pair. They have literally all the washi glue on it. So yeah. So anyway, you're going to close it like this. I prefer to close it like all the way besides whatever's open over here because, again, that rational fear of something getting bent or broken or ripped or whatever in the mail, just it eats at me. So the next thing you're going to need is your thank you card. So I tend to get like 100 packs on Amazon and I get the same brand all the time, but in different colors. So I've had it in navy, I've had it in purple, like this one, I've had it in blue, like light blue, and then I've had it in green. So I'm trying all the colors, but this time I have purple. I have a crap ton of purple, but you're gonna need your envelope and your card, and then, so typically what I do, and you don't have to follow me, like I said, I think I'm gonna zoom in for this a little. There we go. So what I like to do is I like to hold the card this way and put the card like this to make it easier to center it, easier to put it onto the card. So it may not look straight to you now, but it is straight when I flip it the other way. And I used to, when I used to start, or when I was just starting trading, I used to use like a whole lot of washi tape to cover every side to keep it on there more, but I found that's just a waste of tape, and especially since my surgery, I needed to cut back on what I was doing with my trades to make it easier for my wrist. So I just decided to use less washi and kind of go with it. So here is this side. I try to line it up with this side so that way it kind of like matches, but it's just me having a preference for that. So it's really whatever you prefer. As long as you're packaging correctly, i.e., or, you know, for example, not just sending the card in the envelope, because that's not what you want to do. Because God knows I've received a lot of those. So here are all four sides, basically washied. I'm trying to move everything out of the way, but everything's always in the way. So now what I'm going to do is for that extra layer of protection, I'm going to tape this part to the envelope. Or not the envelope, to the card. Because, again, it's just that fear of something getting lost and getting ripped eats at me inside. So okay, so now that our card, or our photo card, is protected in a top loader taped to a card, normally I would put a little note here, and normally I have these business cards, but I just had to order more because I ran out a while ago, and then I started rewriting my own, and then I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. So I have some post-it notes that I would normally write on. It makes it a little bit more personal for the person, like in the sense of like that, like I actually hand wrote something. So you're gonna experience how terrible my handwriting is. So give me a hot second. Okay, so you'd want to write something along the lines of, thank you for trading. I hope the card or insert name of the card here has arrived to you safely. Please let me know when it arrives. Something along the lines of that. I'm not going to exactly tell you what to write because I am no teacher. So basically with the Post-it, I like to tape 2 sides just so it sticks on there. I'm not even straight, but it's fine. And for this, I'm just going to rip it like this. I know it's not perfect, but it will have to do. So basically that's what the inside of one of my trades will look like. And then afterwards I will take the envelope and write their address and my address as the return address. But I'm not going to do any of that on screen because I'm not going to dox anybody. And I don't want to share anybody's address without their permission. All right. So that was my video on how to package a trade or how I package trades in the year of 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you guys soon in another video.